Hello everyone. So today I'm going to start this module number 2. So the first video in this module 2, which is advances in energy systems. And the first module, so we have seen what is ecosystems, different things, biodiversity, hotspots, all those things are covered in this first module. In this module I'm going to explain about this advances in energy systems. Okay, in this I'm going to talk about types of energy resources, and in that one is a solar flat plate collector, and next one is the solar pond. So let us move on to the first slide. Right, so first and foremost, before energy resources, I would like to explain what is energy. Energy, everybody knows about it because you have learned this particular term in your early age, level, early level. So which is nothing but capacity to do work, right? So most of the energy that we use mainly derive from conventional energy resources or sources. So I'll just clarify what is all about this conventional energy and non-conventional energy. Conventional energy is nothing but which the energy sources which have started from long back, or we are following right from the beginning. So that is nothing but conventional energy sources. So what happens due to the vast demand of energy, the rate of depletion of the sources has reached alarmingly low levels. Okay, we have started long back, and we are depending on this conventional method of resources. So slowly it has come to an end. So it has given alarm for all of us that it is coming to an end. So our attention, our focus has to be given to something else, right? So for example, this situation is directed as alternate energy sources like solar, wind, ocean, biomass, hydel, etc. So all these things come under non-conventional energy resources. Okay, so first and foremost, energy, what we have seen, capacity to do work, and next one is energy resources. What is that resources? It is defined as the capacity to do work. It is primary requirement for day-to-day activities of human beings. Okay, so different types of energy resources are available in this universe, and it is in the different forms, and we have to utilize in a approach in a different way. Okay, what are those energy resources which are available? So we will see in this next slide. The first one is renewable sources of energy. So what is that meaning of renewable? Renewable, in the name itself it says we can reuse it again and again, we can renew it. So it is not going to an end, it will not come to an end. So that is nothing but renewable sources of energy. So the definition it gives, it is continuously produced in nature and are essentially inexhaustible, are called renewable energy sources. So it will not, when we use that particular source and get the energy out of it, it is not going to an end. So we can reuse it again and again. For example, solar energy, wind energy, tidal energy, hydel energy, ocean thermal energy, bioenergy, geothermal energy, peat, fuel wood, fuel cells, solid wastes, and hydrogen. So all these things come under this renewable energy resources. So when we can use it, reuse it again and again. Okay, these are called renewable sources. Coming to this non-renewable energy resources, non-renewable, if we use it, so that will come to an end. So there is no more no availability of that particular sources. Those are called as non-renewable energy resources. So what are this? So a definition is given: energy sources which have been accumulated over the ages and not quickly replenishable when they are exhausted. So they are fossil fuels, nuclear fuels, and heat traps. So in that, first I'm going to talk about this solar flat plate collector. So in this image we can see, the first image what you are seeing at the left is the our solar water heater which we install on the terrace, or which is exposed to direct sunlight. Okay, that is the solar water heater what we are seeing over there. So you can see in that diagram, so overhead tank is there. From there is a pipe connection. So overhead tank, obviously there is a cold water. So cold water flows through a channel and enters into the solar tank, and then from that solar tank, so slowly it will come down to the transparent cover. Water tubes are there, water tubes that is covered by transparent cover, right? And then flat plate collectors are placed over there, and then there is a cold water from solar tank, the way it shows, and then the hot water how it is collected, and hot water for use, there is a different channel it goes out. So why am I saying all these things is that this is the schematic diagram of this solar water heater. Now what we are going to focus on is that the transparent cover, water tubes, flat plate collector. So next image, it's a zoom of we are zooming a little bit of that first image. So we are looking at the flat plate collector exactly. So how does it look like, the flat plate collector for water heating? So in this, so there is a solar radiation, so there is a transparent glass cover, okay, and then solar radiation is coming and falling on that, and below that there is a re-reflected wave, and below that there is an absorber plate, and then there is a water tubes which is tightly fixed, which is airtight enclosure, and there is an insulation. So there is a cover, complete cover. So this is the flat plate collector, the components which are there available. Now let me talk about the working principle of this solar water plate flat plate collector, sorry, solar flat plate collector. So what happens here is the sun's radiation come and fall on the transparent glass cover. So transparent glass cover is like a toughened glass. It's for example, it is of 4 mm to 6 mm thick. That much thickness will be there. So when water, it is in the opaque in nature, so it receives the radiation and it will not reflect it back. It will not allow the radiation to go reflect it back. So what happens, it goes inside, that waves will be re-reflected inside throughout, and then that waves will come and fall on the absorber plate. So what is all about this absorber plate? Absorber plate is kind of a plate which is of coated copper. It is a copper tube, copper plate, okay, and so in that, so what happens, that water tubes are connected over there. So water tubes are connected, and then so it is completely insulated, so that whatever the heat energy which is absorbed will not go out. So and then so what happens here is, when the sun's radiation comes and falls on the transparent glass cover, so that waves will be re-reflected, it will touch the absorber plate. So absorber plate is attached to water tubes. In that water tubes, water will be flowing, cold water will be flowing during the travel. So what happens, the cold water will be slowly converted into hot water. So the collected hot water will be taken into again that solar tank, separate region, and then they use it for different purpose, different usage, right? So the remaining thing, again the cycle completes, the one more cycle will start. Okay, so the why the insulation is given is that, so that that energy will not go out from the system to the surroundings. So this is the working principle of flat plate collector. So this explanation can be given, seen in this here. And next one is solar pond technology. Okay, so this also works under solar radiation. So how does it work? So solar pond, they make a pit, and then in the ground level, you can see the ground level. So the what you call a pit is prepared, and that pit, so they put so much amount of rock salt will be put, and then water will be poured. So when water is poured in that rock salt, so what, it gets mixed and dilution takes place, and there will be three different formation. So first zone, second zone, third zone. So first zone is called as surface zone, second zone is called as intermediate or gradient zone, third is storage zone, which consists of saturated salt water. And there will be two different channels, one is cold water in and hot water out. So there will be a plastic lining will be there. So what happens is, sun's radiation come and fall on the first surface zone, which is a fresh water which is away from salt. So from there, so water will be in a heat energy will transfer to the second level, which is intermediate or gradient zone. There some amount of saltness will be there in that water. So from there it goes to the storage zone. There so much amount of what you call salt is present over there. Since the salt is present over there, the sun's radiation will be absorbed, and then when cold water goes inside, so that energy will be given transferred to this cold water, and then cold water will be converted into hot water, and that hot water will be taken out. So this is all about this solar pond technology. You can see that explanation over here. This is all about the first what you call the concepts in the energy resources, renewable and non-renewable energy resources. In the next video, so we'll see some more energy resources. So thank you for watching this video.